Hey guys, welcome back to the Transformation Church weekly message recap.
Let's go.
I'm your host, Justin, executive pastor of TC. Brad's not here. I don't know where he is. Something happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
So Nate's here.
Filling in again.
Some big shoes to fill.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we'll get there. Kyle and John are back there standing around, making sure all this works. So here we are. Nate, what's going on?
Welcome. It's a good Tuesday. You know, we're in the season where it gets cold in the morning, but warmer in the afternoon.
It's pretty.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's very pretty. It feels like this year round.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I'd be happy. But it was like 40s. It's like in the 40s, right? Or the 50s today or something?
Yep.
It was cold this morning, but
it was.
I do like that personally, but it's kind of takes away from the whole beach vibe that some people like of Pensacola. Yeah. But it's a good time. We had a good Sunday. We had still really good attendance and lots of new people. We did baptisms. I think we had 9 baptisms on Sunday, and we had a bunch of I think it was like 16 first-time guests or something that filled out cards and stuff. It's good. Yep. So it's a good day. So people are still making their way into TC, and I don't know. It's
13
good.
People gave their life to Christ.
13 that's even bigger than the guest number.
Powerful.
How things going with the students, Nate?
Good. Yeah, no. Talking about Sunday, we had 5 students get water baptized on Sunday. So, which is pretty exciting because, sometimes you can, have that question, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Right. And then it kind of seeing that reminds you kind of what Pastor Brad would talked about on Sunday is like, as you're obedient, let God be faithful with the abundance. Right. So trust God with the abundance. So abundance. Yeah. Right. But yeah, so it's just been cool as our team, the students team has been faithful and coming every Wednesday and throughout the week, talking to students and doing clubs in schools. Like as we're continuously being faithful, we're seeing the fruit of our faithfulness and what God is doing through us.
What clubs do you go to?
We do a couple first priority clubs and FCAs throughout the week. So,
nice.
Yeah, in different schools, middle schools, high schools.
So you do stuff.
I do stuff. Yes.
Just so everybody, for everyone else,
I do stuff. I don't just sit around and play Fortnite and throw darts at a wall.
No, you don't. We wouldn't have that. Couldn't have that. No, that's good. That's good. So we closed out. Pastor Brad closed out the Fruitful series Sunday. Yep. We're looking forward to this coming week. This coming message, the new message series is our relationship series. What we say, 5 years, John?
Round 5
for Sushi, Sex, and Subtitles. That's always really good. Again, it's a little not controversial, but the title
catches the eye.
The title will catch you a little bit. People are like, what are they talking about? So it's a relationship series. So that's coming up. So I highly encourage that. But yesterday, this past Sunday, finishing out the message, I just pulled up the notes a little bit. Obviously, go back and watch and watch YouTube or whatever. It was a really good series, but there was a question. So I'm gonna ask you this question, Nate. Right. Very first question he asks is, if there were no limitations, what could God do in your life? I guess the answer is anything, really, but
anything.
I'll change the question. If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do?
I would, I'm still like the little kid dreamer of like being a professional NBA player or like a professional golfer and like, be the one that carries the culture of Christianity in that space and maybe be a leading voice in that space for Christianity, kind of like a Russell Wilson or I'm trying to think of like other big name. I know Brock Purdy, he just won on Sunday with the 49ers and he kind of spoke that about Jesus and like he's just a big advocate for Jesus. And like CJ Stroud, the NFL quarterback, kind of talked about it when he won in the playoffs. And so I think that's what I think I would do, right? If there was no limitations and be the leading voice in that. Oh, another big one, Derek Carr. He used to lead men's conferences out in Las Vegas with like Benny Perez and stuff like that out there. And like, so like I would try to be the voice in that, but because I love sports and I love basketball or golf.
Benny Perez is Judah Smith's brother-in-law.
Really? I didn't know that.
Benny's wife is Judah Smith's sister.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How about you? There's no limitations. God can do in your life?
There aren't any.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, if I couldn't fail, what would I do?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, I don't want to give an answer that's like, I think that if you couldn't fail, it's hard to answer because of what we do for a living now.
Yeah.
In a sense, like we're in full-time ministry, no one does that to get, for the accolades or for the fame or the money, right? You do it because of a calling, which the hard part about talking about anything outside of that is like, does that mean you're not doing the calling part? And I don't think that's what we're saying, but it is a weird question in a sense. But I think I would similarly to you, like, I think there's an aspect of you would do something that you love while at the same time that thing also is bigger than just that thing.
Absolutely.
Like you're accomplishing a bigger purpose, but still getting to do something that you love, and it pay well, and you still have the freedom to do, whatever you want to do in life, not because none of that's bad. So I don't know, something along those lines. Because I was never like into sports like that, but I would think something more like I don't say in the business world, but like in the business or the community world or something. I don't know what that means. So I don't know what that would look like is what I'm saying. So I don't know. I feel good though. I feel like I'm living the dream a little bit sometimes. I haven't made, I'm very blessed just even outside of, I feel fulfilled outside of even what I do with Transformation Church, with my involvement with like the Pensacola Young Professionals, like as president this last year, and some of the stuff I'm involved in, it's fulfilling. So, the only thing missing, quote unquote, would be like anyone, it would be, I wish I made more money, but not to be rich, but like, who doesn't wish that, right? Like, it'd be awesome if everyone just started making more money, everybody, but, like there's that, but, cause I equate money with freedom, in a sense, like if you had financial freedom in your life, or even as like a couple or a family, that's why I'm a big advocate of like, getting rid of your debt and, investments and real estate for investments and all that. Cause to me, the more financial freedom you have, the more freedom you have. Yeah. Right. Yeah. If I just remember as a kid, like my parents were just normal working people. Like, so, if it was time to go school shopping, I remember, especially as my parents were divorced, like that could be hard on a single mom that time of year, which is like, I just love the idea. Like if your kids need something, you go get it for them, or, taking the family vacation that so many families don't get to do. Cause it's to do it. If they do it, it means going into debt to do it. They got to put on a credit card, and that just makes the rest of the year hard, but like to be able to, as a family, go on a vacation every year, or when the kids need something, you have it, or, if the AC goes out, you got to replace it at the house, or your transmission blows up in your car. Those aren't, they don't break the bank, you're not broke for the next 3 months because you had to fix that or go into debt to fix that. So I say all that to say is like, I think the more money is more freedom. And then as a believer, the more money you make, I think, and you can do more with it too. Like how much more could you do or be generous and those type of things. So, that was what I meant, all that to say when I said more money is I equate to freedom, not just to have like fancier stuff, you know what I mean? But, anyways, so good question. Yeah, no, that was a good question. So, it was a good message, man. I'm not going to walk through and preach his message or anything, but I think that if you miss any of that, I mean, the talking about being to dream again for fruitfulness is ultimately what the message was about. So the whole message of being fruitful and staying faithful. I mean, you mentioned that 3 weeks ago when you were up on the stage about being faithful, and then the faithfulness turns into fruitfulness. Sometimes it's years later. And I think that's, you were talking about finances, I think, right? Specifically.
Yeah, that's
and that's how it is with tithing and stuff. I think when we give or we're generous, you don't realize. I think just like tithing, where some people like your little amount. And I don't mean to downplay how much 10% can be, but I'm speaking from someone who sees the finances of our church. Mm-hmm. There are people in our church that would be shocked. In their mind, they probably think that their tithe is small compared to others, but they don't realize how big of an impact it has because of their consistency. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they'd be shocked at, and at the end of the day, the church is comprised of that, you know, like I don't even know who our biggest givers are. Like I could go find that out. Don't get me wrong. I don't go look at that. I don't really want to know that. But the nice thing about that is we're not surviving off of one family or one person's donations. It's all of us play into it. And so the cool thing about that is like, seemingly insignificant or seemingly small, but over a long time does big things. And I think that's how it is too, you know, maybe years, like you said, 3 years or whatever for you when it was you, when you start seeing that fruitfulness come back. So it's just cool how like God's math works.
Yeah, no, that'll preach.
It does, because it doesn't work. I mean, it's weird, you know? So anyways, go watch the message, YouTube, podcast, whatever. Go listen to the series if you're into that. So we talked about it last week. You know, Nate's our little
Gen Z.
young guy on staff here.
Come on.
Of course, you're not that young anymore. I mean, you're 26. That's young. Don't get me wrong.
26. I don't know. Some of the students are calling me old now. And I'm like, that's crazy. So, which I get it, because I call all of you guys old on staff. So,
oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're not. I mean, you're not 21.
I'm not 21, but I'm not 30.
Not yet. All right, so I told Nate I was going to ask him because Nate's, you're technically a Gen Z.
Technically Gen Z.
What year were you born?
On the cusp of millennial and Gen Z transition. I'm 1997. I think it's like a 95, 96
wow,
or
you
whatever.
might be a millennial.
Yeah, I don't. There's different time frames.
Some people say to 98 was millennials.
Some people say 98, 95, like, you know. So I grew up in the millennial stage.
Well, so some people say 1980 to 2000. Some say 80 to 98. You might be a millennial. You might be able to tell in millennials. We're still going to try these questions. So I had these questions from the 90s.
Have some Gen Z slang that after he has that, we're gonna ask Pepper.
Because last week I asked you like if you knew what a burned CD was.
And I kind of like stumped something you like a blank CD that you burn music on. Or
yeah. You know what the yellow pages were.
Knew the yellow pages were. Knew like floppy disk. Right. We used those in elementary school.
Right. So you might know some of these. Okay.
Like I grew up on dial-up.
Oh, you know what dial-up is? Okay, good.
Dial-up. Yeah.
So we'll just get on the list. What is a Walkman?
A Walkman, that's a radio. Or no, like a cassette tape player or whatever.
Okay, yeah. So you're a little older. Yeah. What is AOL?
AOL, that's the internet service or whatever, right?
What is this?
American Online.
America Online.
That's really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I just guessed.
So what is AIM? AIM?
That's the instant messaging, right?
Wow. Yeah.
I
he's a little.
That. I use that.
Yeah. You're a little older than. Okay.
Yeah.
What would someone use *69 for?
To blank out a number when you're making a prank call, or like a undisclosed number or something, right? Or what is it called? No caller ID. Is that it?
You're on the right track, but you're wrong, but you're on the right track.
Because that's what I would do to prank call people.
I think that was *67. *69 is you would call if you would call that to see what the last number was. It called you.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
What is a Rolodex?
See, that's something that I've learned from like listening to older preachers talk about. A Rolodex, isn't that the thing that has people's contact information, or like you flip through it and okay,
that's good. Yeah, that's it. You're right.
Maybe I didn't know it was called that until like Chris Hodges or like somebody that were like talk, or like Craig Rishow or something were talking about that, and I'm like, I didn't even know what that was, but now I do.
Yeah. So some of them were round and they had the cards and you could like write their contact, or I even had a fancy one is if you someone gave you their business card, there was actually a punch. You could punch the business card to fit in the Rolodex. So you just actually put their business card. So you don't have to rewrite everything.
Yeah.
So anyways, okay, you're doing pretty good at this. Yeah. What is a Tamagotchi?
Oh, I had one of those.
Oh God!
Yeah, it's the dinosaur and the egg or whatever, like that you took care of. I think I like killed a couple. Yeah, because I was like 8 years old.
Who are Scary Baby, Sporty Ginger, and Posh?
I have no idea.
What do you?
Is that like popular?
I mean, not now, but
so you're telling me everybody that's like 27, 28 or older would know what that is? That's
Scary Baby, Sporty Ginger, and Posh. Yeah, who are they?
I have no idea. I've never heard them before in my life.
The Spice Girls.
I mean, I've heard of
Yeah, Scary Spice, Baby Spice, Sporty Spice, Ginger Spice, and Posh Spice. You know David Beckham, the soccer player?
Yes.
His wife?
Really?
Is Posh Spice.
Really? I didn't know that. Wow.
What is a sidekick?
A sidekick? Like a superhero sidekick, or?
I mean, it could be.
Or like, is it for like
you
your
should
bike?
know what a sidekick is.
Your bike? A kickstand, maybe? Or,
no, you remember the phones, the sidekicks?
No, I didn't know. That's a phone? I didn't know that.
Oh, he'd love sidekicks. As trendy as you try to be, you'd have wanted a sidekick.
I know my mom had a razor. It was like pink. That was pretty sick.
I never had a razor, actually.
The razors were sick.
What is a trapper keeper?
I don't know that one.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. A trapper keeper.
Yeah. Y'all know what that is, right?
Place to keep your traps for hunting animals. I don't know.
Trapper keeper was like a thing we had in school. It was almost like a binder, but it Velcroed and then opened up, and it was like a brand, Trapper Keeper. Everybody had
it was a brand. Okay.
Yeah.
Because we've had those binders, but
like with the Velcro. Yeah.
We had them. I just didn't know they were called the Trap.
What does be kind, rewind mean?
Be kind and rewind. It just seems like take it easy, chill, relax. I don't know. Be cool.
Be cool. Okay.
Like I'm going down to Margaritaville or something. Like in Key West and
you're wrong, but okay. That was what the signs like at Blockbuster when you rented a movie. It said
really?
Be kind, rewind. So you rewind it before you bring it back.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
What does it mean to make a collect call?
A collect call. Does it mean like you're calling a specific person that you have to like pay for, or like a business call or something? I feel like I've heard of this before, where it's like a certain call that you have to pay for, maybe. That's
pretty much on it. The person you're calling would pay for it. So if you called, like if you were in jail, there's like sometimes where collect calls. So when you dial whoever you call, the operator will be like, you have a collect call from Nate. Do you accept the charge?
And you'll pay. Okay.
And then they get the bill. Yep. So that was pretty close.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty much it.
All right.
I also had like a 90s slogan.
All right.
So you need to finish this.
Okay.
The best part of waking up
is Folgers in your cup.
That's pretty good. He did pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad. Like, or
we ought to. If you were younger, you thought some of those would harder. I forget. I think you might be a millennial.
Yeah, I'm like right there. So like all that, most of that stuff, my mom, because my mom was like, so during that time, my mom was like what 30. So like she was still in like the millennial kind of like, I don't know. She just did a lot of that stuff and said a lot of those things, and I was accompanied to it. So, so yeah, like I watched a lot of the '90s kids TV shows like Rugrats and all that stuff, like a lot of those TV shows. All right. So you ready for the Gen Z slang? I asked Pastor Justin a couple things before we got on.
So these are slang words that the Gen Z currently uses.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. All right.
It's gonna be easy.
All right. We're gonna get like there'll be a couple easy ones, couple harder ones. So a couple of them we can't use for the podcast because they're not, appropriate.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Yeah. But all right. So cap.
That's like you're lying.
Okay. So no cap.
Yeah, like I'm not lying. I'm telling the truth.
All right, cool.
Which is, by the way, so stupid when I hear that. Like no cap. I'm 5'7".
So a lot of these things that Pastor Justin might know is because I say a lot of them around the office. So he probably hears them a lot that way. So bet.
Is that current slang? That's just old. Everybody said bet. That means like, yeah, I'm with that. Like,
okay.
Yeah, like bet.
No, people say I bet. Like,
but
that's what people say.
I think that's way before your time.
Okay, but I think it kind of lost its thing and
now come back.
It's coming back.
That's fair.
because a lot of the styles nowadays is like vintage, like 90s, 80s.
Well, that's just the way of life, right? I mean,
yeah. All right.
Circular.
I think you probably know this one. Stan.
Stand.
Stan.
Stan. Like the name Stan.
Yeah, you're a Stan.
I know Karen. Is it a male Karen?
No.
Like you're a Stan.
Think of a song.
Like Eminem.
Yeah.
Eminem Stan. Like you're a loser.
You're a stalker.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
like an obsessive fan.
Okay.
Right.
I've literally. No one's ever said that around. Like I've not heard that.
I mean, it's a word. I've heard it before. All right. So hits different.
It's different as like I'm gonna drink this Coke and it hits different than Pepsi. Like it's good. Like it's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It do be hitting different.
Glow up.
Yeah, a glow up is like if you're all like busted and then you have a glow up and you become like, you're like, you elevated yourself, your style or your looks or something.
Yeah.
It's a glow up.
Okay. All right. Here's a good one. Simp.
A simp. I feel like I know this. I just don't know how to put it into words. Like, so I'm not going to try. I feel like I know the gist of what a simp is.
What's the gist?
It sounds kind of bad.
Not really. Not really.
Are you a simp?
No. So
what is it?
Someone who goes over the top for the person they like. So they're like like it can be used in a bad way. Like you're a simp. Like a guy likes a girl and he'll do whatever the girl says, but the girl's friend zoning him and his guy friends are like, you're a simp, right? So,
okay. All right.
Yeah. All right. What about slay?
Slay. Oh yeah, slay is like you're killing it. Like you're slaying the outfit. Like girls will say it, like slay girl. Yeah. Like you're slaying them dead because you look so good. Right?
Yeah,
I mean that's.
All right, here's a good one. Bussin'.
Yeah, that's I've seen those on TikTok. It's like it's whatever you're eating is good or whatever.
It's not just good; it's delicious. Like you don't just say like, "Oh, this Subway's bussin'." Like, no, that like
because it's Subway.
Because it's Subway, right? But if you have Family Ties wings, right, you're like, "Oh man, these wings are bussin'." Yeah. So, all right.
Okay.
Sus.
That's suspicious.
Okay. All right.
Like something's suspicious around here.
All right. Drip.
Drip is like style, like
okay.
Like good style.
You've heard us say that before. Yeah. W.
W like a win.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Yeet.
There's actually a definition for that? For yeet?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like you
like
yeet, like you yeet something like yeet. you throw it.
I mean that
like,
what it is.
You
throw,
like if a bouncer kicks someone out the club and they throw him out the door,
like
he just got yeeted out the club.
Okay. I thought that's kind of what it was, but I just didn't know if there was more to it.
Yeah.
Like when that lady fell off our stage.
Oh yeah.
She
got the Holy Ghost yeeted her off the stage. What a time! What a time that was. All right, yeah, that's a lot of them. There's probably some more that like goat. You know goat.
Like the greatest of all time.
Yeah. Like who's the goat? Who's the goat?
In what?
When you hear goat, well, who do you think of?
Well, Jesus.
Okay, I was testing you. That was a test. You passed it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, cause a lot of times in sports, they'll talk about it's like our basketball, like Michael Jackson or LeBron. Michael Jackson. Yeah, Michael Jackson's the GOAT in basketball. Michael Jordan. Michael Jackson. Wow, Michael Jordan.
You heard it here, folks. Michael Jackson is the GOAT in basketball.
Or LeBron.
Yeah.
Who do you think is better?
Jordan, easy.
Okay.
I think Jordan, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm more that era too. I grew up in the rough and tough basketball, especially like my coaches and everything. So
you look like
I like that style of basketball, and I don't know if I like the style. I mean, it's changed, but I mean that's just my opinion. Everybody has their opinions, but not to say that's bad. But
the GOAT.
The GOAT. I'm trying to.
That was pretty easy. I'm not gonna lie.
Like Bougie, you know Bougie? Yeah, bougie.
So bougie's way older than y'all.
All right.
There's even worse. Nelly and them had a song called Bougetto.
Oh, yeah?
It was bougie and ghetto mixed together.
Oh.
Do you know what bougie is? Like what bougie is short for?
No.
Now you're learning something. Bougie is short for bourgeois.
Bourgeois.
It's a French word. There you go.
Okay. So bourgeois.
Yeah, it's like fancy.
Fancy bourgeois.
You know, and then people start saying bougie. Huh. But yeah, that's long. That's old.
All right. Snack.
Snack is like a person, like not a, but like I'm a snack. Like I look good today. I'm a snack. Is that right?
Looking like a snack. Yeah. That's funny. Or woke.
Yeah, but woke's got political connotations now.
It does, but it's just.
Is it the same then?
I guess. Yeah, they said like, oh yeah, politically aware, I guess. It just means like you're just like aware, like people who act extra aware, you know, like you're woke or something.
And I hate extra.
Extra?
Like people like, why are you being so extra?
Oh, you don't like that?
Extra what? Like
extra. I don't know.
It's like finish your sentence.
Bop.
I know
that's a good one.
That's all. Sounds borderline inappropriate.
No, it's not inappropriate.
Then what? I mean, we that was in my era too, but.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Bop. It's like, it's a bop.
I don't know.
Like you're listening to a song. You're like, that song's a bop.
Oh wow.
Like that song's bopping. You know,
wow.
Like the remember the.
Yeah.
What? You didn't explain it. Like it's good. It's like you're bopping. Like you're like I like it.
Wouldn't that be
it hits different.
Bobbing?
Bop. Like you're bopping. You're. It's a bop. Yeah.
Okay. Do y'all know what tight means? Did you ever remember tight?
Like that's tight. Like that's sick. That's dope. That's tight. That's lit. Like
that's tight. We used to say tight.
Tight, that's rad, or
let's say rad,
or what's another one? Crunk. That was your age.
Well, we didn't say that. Like we didn't say like I'm not really. Like you wouldn't be like, let's go get crunk. Like that would be stupid to say that. Like that was part of the time. We were part of the time when that word was associated with like the Lil Jon and the music. Like they said it and stuff. So like it was part. But like we would say it jokingly, but. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, yes, it was around, but like, it wasn't, I don't know. That's a little different to me.
Yeah.
A little strange.
Yeah. What about sheesh?
Like, sheesh?
Like sheesh.
Wait, do you have to say it like the way you just did it? Sheesh.
Yeah. like you're hyping somebody up. Like you're
sheesh is just like sheesh.
Like
sheesh, this is boring. What is it? You're hyping somebody up?
Yeah, you're hyping somebody up. Like you're like someone does something like dope or something. You're like, shit. Like you don't hear that often. I think it had like you never.
Yeah, I never heard that.
That's wild.
Like somebody does something crunk, you say sheesh.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's it. I mean, I pretty much nailed it.
I don't know. I feel like I got more millennial than you got Gen Z.
Well, I think you are millennial, but yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do y'all think? Who won this?
Who won this battle?
Well, we're glad you're still with us. That was fun.
Yeah.
Other than that, we're not going to keep you all today. We're just here having a little fun. Pastor Rick is out in a meeting, and Pastor Brad is he had something come up that was supposed to be tomorrow, but had to do it today. So he's out. So it's just me and Nate holding the fort down.
Yeah.
Be here Sunday,
please,
for Sushi Sex and Subtitles. It's going to mean if you're new to that and those words as a sermon series bother you, it's okay. Just we get it. It'll be good. It'll be biblically based, guaranteed.
Trust us.
It'll be biblically based all on the Bible, but it's good relationship stuff, and it's not just for married people. So like, I think for teenagers or people that are like dating, that whole thing, it's gonna hit the gamut of different types of relationships. So married couples to strengthen your marriage, dating, all that stuff. So it hits everybody. So don't just think it's a marriage series. It's not. It's a relationship series. So it's gonna be good about communication, all kind of stuff. So looking forward to it. So check us out if you want to know more. TransformationChurch.com or on all the social medias at Transformation Pensacola.
Come on.
Hey,
thanks for having us.
See you later. See you guys next time for another week, another sermon, another message recap podcast. See ya.
Peace.
It's lit.